Allow me to share with you my vision for the university. I envision PUP to become the pioneering and leading national polytechnic university in the 21st century. With a national polytechnic university status, it will bring more opportunities for the university to further strengthen its academic programs and improve organizational performance as an institution for higher education. In pursuit for this vision, my mission for PUP is for it to recognize its catalytic role for national development. PUP will ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities through a re-engineered polytechnic education. By re-engineering, we look into the existing processes and programs in order to achieve higher quality of academic programs and services following the principles of effectiveness and efficiency. With this mission in mind, I have formulated 10 pillars as my reform agenda for the university. Pillar 1. Dynamic, transformational, and responsible leadership. Empower academic and administrative leaders by following the core principles of good governance to create collective growth and unity. Here I would like to highlight an innovation by introducing the development of an integrity management plan to assess, plan, and implement anti-corruption strategies that will secure the institution against corruption and abuse. Likewise, asset management and resource generation will be aggressively pursued to ensure productivity and finance the implementation of the plans and projects for the university. Pillar 2. Responsive and innovative curricula and instruction. We aim to provide world-class polytechnic education that responds to national and global needs by developing intellectually challenging curricula and design academic programs that are based on industry demands to provide the learners with adequate and relevant competencies and skills and prepare them for a successful and rewarding careers. In a rapidly changing world, we recognize the paradigm shift in curriculum to outcome-based education with lifelong learning approach. Pillar 2 also sits on the framework of internationalization of Philippine higher education through transnational education by promoting academic mobility among faculty and students and global dimension into the curricula and teaching process. Pillar 3. Enabling and productive learning environment. Following education in Industry 4.0, we aim to increase and enhance the use of new technology to enable student learning and engagement, as well as advanced teaching process and methodology through new and state-of-the-art facilities that will support the overall learning and teaching experience in the university. Pillar 3 likewise includes campus development and the provision of conducive learning centers and facilities for students and faculty. Pillar 4. Holistic student development and engagement. We will empower students as well as rounded learners and active young leaders as we open opportunities for various academic mobility and venues for honing skills and personal development, being the principal stakeholder of the university. Recognize academic freedom as a form of self-expression and a platform to showcase students' intellect, skills, and creativity. Pillar 5. Empowered faculty members and employees. Likewise, we are looking into the holistic development of our faculty and employees as productive, competent, and experts in their respective fields. We will encourage our faculty roster through formal education, capacity building, research and extension initiatives, faculty immersion, and other academic engagements, both local and abroad. We will ensure that both our faculty and employees will have a vibrant career development path as public servants in this state university. Pillar 6. Vigorous research production and utilization. We will continue to strengthen the research culture in the university by promoting discovery and innovation through increasing disciplinary and collaborative research integration across academic disciplines to create new knowledge, utilize research findings, and develop innovative products. Pillar 7. Global academic standards and excellence. Achieve the highest levels of recognition in quality and compliance standards from CHED, AACUP, and other international accrediting and regulatory bodies for higher education. We will intensify our efforts to achieve and sustain better academic performance and continue to excel as a top-performing school in various professional licensure examinations and produce board top-notchers, as well as sustain our status of being the most preferred graduates of employers. Likewise, we aim to establish and to be recognized as centers of development and excellence in our academic programs. Pillar 8. Synergistic, productive strategic networks and partnerships. Synergize and forge strategic linkages and partnerships across all sectors of society and the global community in line with the overall plans and programs of the university. Establish alliance with the government, industry sector, NGOs, and the academe will lead to resource sharing, program support, and research collaborations beneficial for all. Pillar 9. Active and sustained stakeholders engagement. Harness a healthy and harmonious organization by empowering all its stakeholders, both internal and external, through open communication networks, consultative and participative undertakings, and team-building activities, recognizing that all stakeholders can greatly contribute towards the betterment of the university. Pillar 10. Sustainable social development programs and projects. Expand access to education, knowledge building, and information dissemination through sharing of expertise and resources for community development. Support inclusivity approach and education by embarking on Education on Wheels, which aims to bring access to education closer to communities, following the principle of no one will be left behind. As the University of the People, we should bring the university closer to their hearts to serve their needs and extend assistance in mainstreaming public service. Our institution must continue to stand as one for the values that we have inculcated. For the past 115 years, we have exemplified our quest for truth, excellence, equity, relevance, effectiveness, integrity, and academic freedom. Lastly, I call upon each and everyone to join me in this journey. Together we stand as one para sa sintang paaralan para sa ating bayan.
Emerson is a global technology and engineering leader. We operate in over 150 countries. We are 110,000 employees worldwide. And here in the Philippines, we have over 2,000 employees.
My name is Vicky Florento. I'm from Dell Philippines. I'm handling the university relations and services hiring.
Pagasa Steel supplies concrete reinforcing bars to the Philippines' booming construction industry. We have been the leading supplier of quality steel bars for the past 52 years.
EGS is an Alborica company. It is one of the fastest growing BPO companies in the Philippines right now.
I'm Cecil Venancio, and I'm a Branding and Communications Director of Sykes Asia.
We don't decide whether you're from a top-tier university or a state university. We decide based on our assessments that includes exams and interviews. Having said that, a lot of Dell's workforce in the Philippines are from PUP.
55 to 80 hires annually, those coming from PUP alone. And as a matter of fact, 14 of the homegrown employees who started from staff and supervisor have been promoted.
Currently, we have 13 employees from the PUP. They're working in a different field, so most of them are engineer, some are in sales, most of them are in the higher position.
There's a huge pool of students that we can really harvest from, and we know the reputation that they bring. So we're glad that we have a university like PUP that we can rely on for our future employees.
I love the graduates of PUP. They're not only fun to work with, but you can rely on them. They are very, very dependable.
PUP graduates are an exact match and fit to Pagasa Steel's mission and vision.
The reason why we prefer the PUP graduates is the fact that we notice that they have a common denominator, very hardworking. You see, whatever happens, they'd still work. Even if it's raining, they'd still come to work. You give them additional tasks, they'd accept. They are resilient.
Very passionate aside from being resilient, because we can see that they're very dedicated with their job. And we've seen a lot of PUP graduates, not just in one department.
They turn out to adapt very well and adjust well to our company here in the Philippines. They're productive employees and they stay with us for a long time.
What stands out sa PUP graduate is their loyalty sa company namin.
Integrity and ethics, drive for results, intellectual capacity, and adaptability. So when we hire PUPians, they have this kind of competencies.
Of course, they're very intelligent, responsible. Responsible in a sense because whenever we meet these graduates and we ask them what are their future plans, they would always come up with answers like helping out their family, or because I'm done with school, I'll help out another sibling. So you would know already that these kids, even before they actually embark on certain work, they already have goals in mind. They're not maarte, no? Whatever you give them, they know that if it's for the purpose of the job, they will do it. And so they have, they're the ones that survive the challenges of work. They don't shirk away from responsibilities. They're the type who, whatever the job requires, they're up for the challenge.
PUPians enable people everywhere to grow and thrive.
PUP is one of the pillars of the nation because it is an institution that provides good graduates and people who really contribute to the success of the community or to the success of the country.
To all the people associated with PUP, if you're a graduate, congratulations, and you should be proud of yourselves. For those of you that are students, please continue the tradition, the proud legacy that your school has. Some of you, PUP, you work for us now. We appreciate you. We know you're good employees. For those of you that might work for us in the future, please consider us. We'd love to have you. We know that you make a great employee for Emerson.
PUPians, bring everything you are. If you have big ideas, let's talk. Come work where passion meets possibility. You can visit jobs.del.com for opportunities.
To pursue your dreams and work hard for whatever endeavor you will choose. And in the event that you will choose to apply in one of the fastest BPO companies in the Philippines, I would like to invite you to apply in EGS, an Alorica company, because our doors are open for all of you.
To all the PUPians, let's create a size of smile together.
SMART is very happy to have PUP graduates now enjoying their career and let them live more.
Hashtag Sites to PUP. We will support you in more ways than one.
Tara na, maging magkasama na tayo. Mabuhay ang PUP!
Praise God from whom all blessings flow. Praise Him, all creatures here below. Praise Him above, ye heavenly hosts. Praise Father, Son, and Holy Ghost.
Noon pa man, malaki na ang naging bahagi ng mga kababaihan sa lipunang Pilipino. Kaisa sila sa marubdob na paghahangad ng kalayaan ng ating lahi. Kabilang sila sa paglinang ng ating makulay na sining at mayamang kultura. Kasapi sila sa pagtataguyod ng mga adhikain ng kapwa mamamayan at sa pagtugon sa mga pangangailangan ng lipunan. Katuwang sila sa pagtuklas sa mga larangan ng agham at medisina. Kapanalig sila sa pagpapairal ng batas, karapatan at katarungan para sa lahat. Kabahagi sila sa paglilingkod sa bayan at sa pagpapanatili ng demokrasyang Pilipino. Sa paglipas ng panahon, hindi nagmaliw ang kanilang pag-ibig sa ating inang bayan. Mga kababayan, ito ang alay ng mga kababaihang Pilipino para sa bayan. Tumayo po tayong lahat at sabay-sabay nating awitin ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Ayaw magiliw, pero sa silanganan, alam ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hiniram, dulot na ng pag-ibig, sa manlulupin, ito masisingil, sa lahat ng lulok, sa singer at sa dami mong babang, may ginamang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang isang ng patawad mo'y tagumpay na nagmilingin, ang bituin ng araw na kailan pa may madilim. Lupa ng araw ng 100% buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang higaya ng pagpay makahamit, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the final day of our Prepi Bootcamp Developing Young Executives Module 2. Okay, this activity is composed of two parts. First is your presentation of your output to sermon, and the second part is the awarding of certificates to our speaker and of course to our outstanding young executives for Module 2 based on sermons assessment. Let us now proceed. Proceed agad, no? Hello, good afternoon everyone. Isa nga munang clap reaction para sa hapon na ito. Kaway-kaway, ayan, palakpak muna tayo mga young leaders, young executives. Tignan natin, random nga tayo. You say, I'm here kapag tinawag ko, ha? Okay, let's have here Erin Carlo. Hi, Erin. Good afternoon. Are you here? Nandito ka sa Zoom natin, no? Pero tignan natin kung present talaga tayo.
Hello po, hello po ma'am.
Hi. Ayan.
po.
Hi. Good afternoon. You say good afternoon to sermon.
Good afternoon po, Sir Mong, and good afternoon to everyone po.
Okay, thank you so much. How about Zaira? Hi, Zaira.
Good afternoon po, ma'am. Good afternoon, sir. And good afternoon po, everyone.
Wow. Okay. How about Yvonne?
Hello po. Good afternoon po, ma'am. Good afternoon po, Sir Ramon. Good afternoon
Okay. Last, let's have yung random natin, no? Random picking natin, no? Si Miss Abigail.
Good afternoon po.
Hi, good afternoon. Okay. Again, good afternoon, everyone. Gising na ba? Naalala nyo kasi yung lecture ni Sermon last time na sabi niya, gusto niya kayong marinig or makita na mag-present ng output ninyo base sa binigay niyang activity last time. Okay, so bago tayo mag-present, pwede bang pa-open muna ng camera yung picture muna tayo, no? Yung bago tayo mag-present. Tingnan natin baka merong difference, no? Yung after presentation and then before presentation. Can you please open your camera, everyone? Pa-stop share tayo, no, Carlos? So, thank you para makita natin yung mga participants. Yon. Okay, we have actually 2 panels. Hi, Roan. Good afternoon. Can you please do the screen sharing? Ay, ayan, yan. Ayan. Picture pala. Okay, picture tayo. First panel, I can see the following. Hi, Julian. I know, nasa school ka ngayon for OJT, right?
Yes po, ma'am.
Hi, isang school ka ngayon naka-deport?
Ano po, PU po.
Sa PIO Elementary School. Hello, everyone there. Okay.
Hello po.
Ayan, I can see young leaders. Ito na yung mga nakikita kong mga future leaders natin. Ayan, picture tayo. First panel, 1, 2, 3. Everyone smile. There, okay. For our second panel, I can see si Doblin, si Leia, si John Ray Vincent. Ayan, mga nakikita ko kayo sa screen. Hello, good afternoon. Smile, everyone. There, ayan. Ayan ang mga mukha natin bago ng presentation. So let's now proceed sa ating presentation ng output. Okay? Sermon actually asked me to call 5 student participants to share your output and explain it to us. So any volunteer bago tayo pumunta sa random calling?
So before we go into that, so I just wanted to refresh everyone from the last week discussion. So we basically tackled 2 aspects of your personal and professional development. One is all about you. How are you going to shape yourself into becoming, a more productive and successful version of yourself? The second portion naman is when you get to that position where you are in the position to influence the decision-making processes, the formulation of strategy of your respective organization, whether it is a company that you join or a company that you build yourself from startup. So all of this discipline that we've discussed is super important or will be very valuable for you when you do your own thing as a leader of your future company or organization. And it's hopefully you don't forget about it. You continue doing it day in, day out. And that is the reason why I gave you a bit of self-assessment, which you will share later. And you will tell us why you score yourself that way and why you think your peers or your mentor, whoever that is, doesn't have to be like a mentor, an older person or something, but at least somebody who knows you exactly, knows your tendencies, knows your capability and potential, your potential. So with that, I'll leave it to Marvel for, to call whoever will be lucky enough to share their scores and assessment based on the discipline that we've discussed last week. In case there's something that is still vague or meron kayong gustong i-clarify or gusto nyong itanong, Mon, ano ba to? Ano ba tong pinagsasabi mo dito sa amin last week? Hindi ko masyadong magets. or I wanted to clarify further the statement, please, I encourage you to say your piece, kasi this is the right time for us to discuss it, and I want it to be an open conversation as much as possible. Okay?
Okay, thank you so much, Sermon. So please be ready with your output para pag natawag kayo to share with us your output ay naka-ready na to screen sharing, okay? Any volunteer?
Sino mag-screen share? Ikaw ba, Mabel, or sila?
Sila po actually, sir, able na po silang mag-share screen.
Okay. So whoever will be called, just share your worksheet. It's okay. Walang judgment to, because
Correct.
this is a baseline. When you say it's a baseline, this is what you think your strength and weaknesses as a leader right now in the context of the discipline that we've discussed last week. And then, yeah, let's just have like an open conversation. Why you think it that way? Why you score that way? And what else can you do to, bridge the gap of your weaknesses?
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. So balik ulit tayo. May volunteer ba tayo dito na makikita? Or gaya lang sa klase, no? Magtatawag random si teacher and then, hi.
Maganda yung mag-volunteer, ikaw na yung mauna para tapos na.
Oo, para wala nang kaba na hindi na ako matatawag, di ba, sir? Something like that. Okay, wala talaga. Let's have, I think ready to eh. Alam ko naman ready kayong lahat, no? Pero let's have si Lester. Hi, Lester. Good afternoon.
Hello po, ma'am. Good afternoon po. Good afternoon, Sir Ramon.
Hi, good afternoon, Lester.
Would you like to share screen na anak your output?
Sige po. Wait lang po.
Sure.
In host disabled participant screen sharing po yung lumalabas sa akin.
Okay. Can you please try again?
Ayan po, okay na. Visible na po ba yung screen ko?
Yes, we can see your screen na anak. Pwede mong palakihan pa ng konti.
Ayan po.
Better. Thank you.
I-run through ko po from 1 to...
Sige, magano ka lang. I-run through mo siya, quick run through. And then before you start, sino ang nag-rating sa iyo na others? And just give a bit of background on the others rating. Sino sila and ano yung relationship mo sa kanila, if ever?
Sige po. First and foremost po, yung nag-rate po sa akin was my co-officer when I was in first year and second year, my vice president, and my co-president when I was in senior high school. So kasama ko na po siya talaga throughout my leadership journey sa PUP po.
Okay.
Sige po. Anticipate first po. I see po yung uncertainty as a source of potential advantage po kasi mas better informed po ako. And isa po yun sa napansin ko dahil po sa mga connection na na-build ko throughout my leadership journey. Kahit hindi ko po sinistik yung information na yun, nai-inform po ako on time dahil po dun sa mga connection na yun. And I think it's an advantage for me kasi alam ko na po kung ano po yung gagawin ko if the time will come na nandun na po ako sa situation na yun. And I think nag-agree naman po yung nag-rate sa akin. Well, kasi most of the time daw po inform ako for that instances. And for the challenges naman po, totoo pong curious ako and dig deeper. Hindi po talaga ako nakakatulog kapag hindi po nasasagot yung question sa mind ko kahit gaano pa po kalit yan. And isa po siya sa mga naka-witness, lalo na po ngayon na magkasama po kami sa thesis writing ngayon.
Yeah.
Sa interpret po, ito po yung 7, I guess, ito po yung pinaka na-witness niya. Kasi pag nag-interpret or may mga challenges ako na kinakaharap, usually po sinisiko po lahat ng possible scenario Although this may consume a lot of time, though hindi po siya ganun ka-efficient, but I think effective po siya kahit pa paano para makapag-conclude ako sa isang concise conclusion.
Lester, just
Yes
quick
po.
question. I noticed that, can you go back to,
Sorry.
yeah.
Yes,
I noticed that challenge as a discipline is, interpret as a discipline is one of the highest ranking, highest scoring discipline for yourself and for the others, no, about you. So can you give us lang one specific example where you demonstrate your ability to amplify signal and connect the dots for a specific situation? Just one simple example where you base your 6 and a 7 score from the others about this particular discipline.
Wait lang po, sir.
Hindi, parang sa'yo, bakit sa tingin mo this is one of your strengths? Kasi if you score 5 or higher, that's a strength. 4 is like mid, 3 and below, ano yan? Needs improvement yan. Or that's a gap. Yeah, so it's okay, Lester, if you're not ready for that, just for everyone, I don't know, guidance, when you put a response to a particular discipline, like for example, amplify signal, you see the situation in a bigger picture, that's all right, that's a good answer. However, you need to be a bit more specific. Why, how did you able, or how are they able to, see you or perceive, how do you get that perception by demonstrating that particular discipline? So a good answer should have at least a very specific instance and a demonstration of that particular discipline. Whether it's a good thing or something that needs improvement from your end, when you put your assessment and your comment, cite specific example. That should help us better understand why you think that way. Clear, Lester?
Yes,
it's
po.
okay if you cannot, if you're not ready at this point. Just go ahead, proceed with your presentation, and then whenever necessary or whenever possible, just cite specific example so that we can appreciate it better.
Okay po. Sige po. Can I continue na po?
Yeah. And apologies, no, hindi yata nahabol sa inyo ni Mina, yung aking office admin, yung cleaner version of this, kasi this is the one I made and maraming typo. May mga words na mali pagka-type, so apologies on that. Go ahead, Lester.
Sige, let's move forward po with this side because I think somehow kahit mas mataas po yung interpret, ito po yung pinaka-accurate na parang na-realize ko dun sa comment ng co-officer ko na this is me. Me being overthinker po. Kasi for the past few months, na-realize ko po na kasi there are a lot of uncertainties dito po sa thesis writing namin. Ito po yung pinaka-recent na naiisip ko right now. And kami po kasi yung pinaka-behind na group sa thesis writing. And at some point, naiisip ko po na what if hindi namin ma-reach yung quota na sample namin? What will be our actions? So, in that way po, nakapag-isip po ako na paano po yung gagawin namin. Like for example, if possible po ba na hindi namin ma-meet yun, ano po yung gagawin namin sa paper namin? Nakapag-conclude po ako na pwede namin gawing babaan yung sample size. However, may downfall po sa paper namin which bababa po yung reliability ng study namin. And I think po isa po yun sa mga greatest strength na nagagawa po ng pagiging overthinker ko.
So, how did you come up with concrete decision based on the situation that you...
Nag-search po ako doon that time and nag-consult po ako doon sa co-officer ko regarding this matter po.
Okay. So that's good, no? With that kasi, si Lester at that particular instance or situation, he was able, before he makes a decision, he made sure that he analyzes then yung mga inputs, other inputs, and nag-ensure siya na ibang stakeholders ng team niya is consulted before he made that decision. So that's a good sign of a leadership potential. So keep that up, Lester, and make sure that when you do it again the next time, you'll be more prepared. At the same time, you don't take too much time overthinking. Because the problem there with overthinking is you're eating a lot of time and you get pressured because naubos na yung time frame mo sa decision making before you take concrete actions. Cool?
Yes po.
Thank you.
Moving forward po with Align, I agree with my colleague's comment na peacemaker and an extrovert, making sure everyone's feels that they belong. Connected pa rin po sa thesis writing namin. Meron po kasi kaming classmates sa research class namin na irregular. Kaya po, nung panahon po na nag-groupings kami, wala po siyang makasama with that time. And isa po siya sa mga pinili niya po na sa grupo na lang po namin. And I think naman po na feeling niya belong siya sa grupo namin kasi nakakapag-perform naman siya ng maayos po sa group namin. And na-exceed niya po yung expectation ko. Next naman po is learn. I think po dito, isa po kasi sa mga goal ko this year was to evaluate myself using a journal. Kapag kung alin po ba yung need ko ng improvement, yun po yung wino-workout ko ngayon na parang with that journal po, nililist ko po kung yung little achievements ko kasi dun po nagsa-start yun eh. And little by little, at least po na-improve ko po yung sarili ko kung paano ko po, how will I become a better leader po. Ayun lang po.
So yung journal na yun, Lester, are you still doing that?
Yes po. It's
And
ginagamit
how
ko
do you use it? Paano mo siya ginagamit?
Okay po. Yung ginagamit ko pong app ngayon is Notion. And every night po, there is a plan po. Nagpa-plan po ako every day. Wait lang po. Yan, may 3 points po ako na itatanong sa sarili ko. Ano po yung mga priorities ko for the following day? Ano po yung need kong i-accomplish at the end of the day? And kamusta po ako? And for now, naglalagay po ako ng to-do list doon na very detailed. Like for example po, sa what are my priorities for today? Need ko po na ma-accomplish yung ganitong task. And most importantly po, dahil nga po nagiging stressful na these past few days, important po na kahit yung every little detail na kung kamusta ako, na-check ko rin po. Ayun.
Okay. Well, I guess that's a good habit that you started. If you can continue doing that and continue to improve the inputs, kasi this learn discipline is basically for you to like step back. What have you learned based on the actions that you take? Ano yung assessment nyo after you take the action, after you made the decision? Di ba? You analyze data, you make the decision, you align it with your team, and then you take action. And then you execute it. Once you execute it, ano ang natutunan mo? It goes back again to the same process of interpreting the data. What have you learned? And the journal that you're doing, Lester, is a good tool for you, so that you can analyze, put these inputs and analyze what have you learned by doing this. And on a daily basis, somehow you're correct, it adds up to your learning, it adds up to your experience, and you're documenting it. Although it's tedious, But if that's the way you want to do it, it's okay. And that's a good habit for you to keep on doing, and hopefully it will, it will turn out to be a very good tool for you to, succeed in everything that you're doing, that you'll be doing. Okay? So, Lester, yung total average, yung total nito, did you make a total of your score? It looks like based on the numbers that you shared, you're somewhat in the average of 6, perhaps, because you have plenty of 6. You have numero 7. You also have 5 and a 4, but I think you're somewhere in the average of 5.5 to 6. So that's a very high number. It's okay, kasi ano naman to eh. This is your perception of yourself relative to what you are doing today. This score will eventually change based on your perception of yourself and the perception of others about you relative to the future demand of work that you'll be doing. So this is a continuous process, continuing process, and you can always use this to baseline yourself and create improvements slowly or fast, however the pace may be. But this is a very good exercise for you to start understanding where you are at this point, or your future version of the future version of yourself relative to the future requirement of your work. Okay?
Yes.
So, Lester, thank you so much. Marvel,
Thank you po.
You can call in the next speaker.
Yes, thank you, Lester. I know for sure may iraraos nyo yung thesis nyo ng maluwalhati. Mahirap pero kaya, di ba? Siyempre with you bilang isa sa mga researchers, no doubt, maipapasa nyo yan. Okay, again, thank you so much, Lester. Let us now proceed to our second presenter, Gio Rioloso. Hello, Nak.
Hi po. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right. Just give me a moment. All right. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. First off, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Mr. Ramon. So, ito po yung strategic leadership assessment. For context, ang guy na inask ko to rate me is, di ba po, ako ay isang freelance developer. So, I jump from clients to clients. I jump from projects to projects time to time. This guy is like, kumbaga, ito yung suki ko na client. I've been working for him for like 3 years now across multiple projects. So, if may nakakakilala sa akin professionally and like kung paano ako magtrabaho, it's gotta be this guy. So, first off, anticipate, scan wider. I rated myself 7 and then the following question 6 because ako talaga as a personally I look for like specific niches. Kumbaga, ang sabi nga po sa akin ng mga kakilala ko is malikot daw ang isip ko. Like I always look for, like paano kung ganito? Paano kung ganyan? What if try natin ganito? What if try natin ganyan? Yung mga like I always try to explore yung uncertainties, like what we could do, what we could take advantage of, ano yung kailangan, what do we have that other people don't, that they need, like ganong concepts baga. And I guess like a specific instance of this is I can't really think of anything specific, pero I remember na sa past projects ko dati, even if like developer lang ako, even if like lead developer lang ako, nagsasuggest din ako ng features sa mga clients namin.
Pero, anong type ng apps ang involvement mo? I mean, ano yung dine-develop ng mga apps?
Actually, sir, ang dine-develop ko po is it ranges a lot. Like, nagmo-mobile apps po kami. I've also worked on web apps.
Ano yung specific application na yan? What does it do?
For example, a mobile app, there's this app, I don't think I can disclose like specifics kasi NDA. Pero it's like, paano ko ba explain? Para po siyang, so, you know how like angkas is like for motorcycle riders and then people who want to commute, right? We have this app na it's for contractors and then construction workers looking for work. And it's based on Australia. So we have construction workers from Australia signing up, and then we have contractors looking for workers, and then maglalagay sila ng order dun sa app, and then construction workers will accept, and then they do the job, and then the payment happens in
Oh,
app, ganun.
it's a job matching type of application wherein the job hunters and the job seekers can meet virtually dun sa application, ganun ba?
Opo, yep. Yeah, then we also have like web applications. Pinaka-recent na wino-work ko po is like a volunteering platform, para siyang Facebook, pero specific siya sa volunteering and social good opportunities.
Are you owning that application or you're being hired to do it?
I'm being hired po. Ang ano ko talaga, ang role ko is like I'm the team lead for like developers. Pero hindi po ako product owner or project manager. Someone else calls the shots. I just like try to influence them, and then they talk to me what they want, ganun.
Okay. So, do you see yourself like doing that type of work in the near future?
Yeah po, definitely. I like taking control. And actually, ang nearest goal ko po ngayon is like to have my own startup. But yeah, I realize that's easier said than done. So I'm still like taking my time doing my research, like scoping things out before I commit anything na, like actual resources.
So you have intention to like do a journey like a startup business owner.
I do po, yeah. Because honestly, I believe na you won't get rich working from 9 to 5. Like a 9 to 5 job won't give you what you really want. If you really want to like, get rich, you'll have to take your own, you'll have to hire yourself, kumbaga. You won't get rich building someone else's dreams. Yan.
Okay. So just a quick question. Let's say you are going to continue what you're doing as a developer for hire per project on a project basis. What do you think would be the potential threat to your line of work? Do you continue to see a huge demand of development work projects for you lined up for you in the next maybe 2-3 years? Do you see that being a very profitable line of work for you?
I think, sir, I'm gonna answer like a yes. Actually, I'm not sure kasi with the recent rise of AI, like ChatGPT and like no-code platforms, I think it's gonna bring like the skill ceiling or like the skill floor of development as a whole lower. I think it's gonna make coding more accessible, and if it's more accessible, then there's gonna be more people doing it. And if there's more people doing it, syempre bababa yung demand, then bababa rin yung rates, ganun. So, like in the near future, I think po ang pinaka biggest threat is like AI talaga. And in turn, I think tataas naman ang demand for like people who can make, who can manipulate AI. So, pero kasi we can also look at that as an opportunity kasi being us as developers, we can also, mingle with AI. We can also pwede rin nating kumbaga laruin yung field na yon and see what we can do there. So, there's also opportunity there. So, to be honest, sir, hindi po ako sure. Like I can't give like a definite answer kasi it really depends on like what happens next. If like yung mga AI talaga is like they're gonna be real or it's just gonna be another fad, So yeah, I hope that answers your question po.
Yeah, that's a fair answer. I just wanted to drill it down that that's part of the discipline that you gotta do. You have to anticipate it better, interpret all this data ahead of time, and make sure that you have to answer this. Will this be good for me? Or will this be a potential threat to what I'm doing, to my business or to my line of work? Something like that. I guess that's why this discipline is important for you, especially now that you are working and earning, good source of income from your line of work. So you just have to, be prepared of what the future may hold for you, what would be the potential threat or opportunity relative to the changing technology, the changing behavior of the companies that hires developers like you. So, I mean, there's no right or wrong answer to that. But if you have a better understanding of what's in store for you, relative to what's happening in your environment, then you can position yourself in a better place moving forward.
Yep, noted po. So,
Go ahead.
yep, all right. I'll move on to the next part, which is challenge. Open the window, look in the mirror. I rated myself here a 7 because I like challenging views. Like I don't think an answer is always absolutely correct. Like there's always gotta be one level deeper, you know. Hindi walang ano, kumbaga walang absolute. So yeah, I think that's my rationale into this. A good example of this is like nung recent thesis defense po namin, nakipag-away talaga kami sa panelist kasi pinipilit nila yung gusto nila, and you know, we know for a fact na mas alam namin yung ginagawa namin kaysa sa kanila. And I guess like we could have been branded as disrespectful for that. Pero we stuck with our gut. Alam talaga namin na hindi tama yung views nila, and mas alam namin, and we went with that, and in the end, whoops, and in the end, it turned out na tama nga na challenge namin yung views nila, na hindi kami nag-blind obedience lang kasi mas napaganda yung results ng model namin because of that. So ayun po. Mr. Ramon, do you have like any comments about this one?
I think that's a good thing that you raise some sort of challenging the assumptions or challenging the position of as you say it, parang sila yung authority, and then you are the presenter, and then they're giving you a bit of they're pushing it to you, and then you push back. But I guess you mentioned kanina na it can be viewed as disrespectful. It depends on how you the choice of words is important. So when we say challenge, it doesn't mean that it's going to be a combative stance. Challenge meaning it's an open conversation. It's that doesn't have to lead to disagreement. It's about stating exactly your point of view versus the the norm or the long-standing assumptions by a certain organization, and then let's coming up with a common ground, and how can you relay your story in a way that they will appreciate. So if that leads you to a misunderstanding, then that is not a good exercise. Something is wrong along the way. Something is wrong within the process. So when we say challenging, doesn't mean that it should lead to some sort of headbutting exercise.
I acknowledge naman that po, na like delivering your intentions na politely without offending the other person. That's also like a thing you have to be careful of.
Yep, true.
All right, let's move on. Interpret, amplify signals. I rated myself here 6 and 7 because I view myself as pretty intuitive and pretty analytical. Mahilig ako mag-connect the dots. Yun nga, sabi nung presenter kanina, I also like view myself as an overthinker. Like you give me A and B, I'm gonna draw conclusion C just from reading A and B, you know. Ayun po. Yeah. Do you have like do you want to discuss this po, Mr. Ramon?
Oh, no, go. Just go ahead and.
All right. And then for the decide explore options, I rated myself here at 7. Since yun nga, this ties in with what I said earlier. I like to consider a lot of approaches. Sometimes even if yung ideas ko hindi ako sure kung tama, like I double think even myself sometimes. You know, that's just how much I reconsider everything. And yeah.
Siguro Jiro, or to anyone, to everybody here, when you are confronted in a position where you need to make a tough decision, you have to break it down to the actual details. It's easy for us to convince ourselves that, yeah, no, I can make tough choices, tough decision, and all that. But if it's not based on something concrete, if it's not based on something like numbers or data or facts or product of research, then what are you deciding for? Diba? So if you're going to make a decision, just make sure that you are doing it on solid footing. Gut and intuition may play a part of it, of decision making, but the greater part of it is always if it's based on tangible facts, data, information, so that you can make a well-informed decision. I mean, coming up with some sort of understanding that because I did this, now I am a capable decision maker. Just be careful about that, because it can be a pitfall for you that you're not aware of at this point. But when you are in a position where a decision that you make will have a huge impact financially or relationship wise, that's the only time that you will appreciate, I should have done this due diligence a lot better than I should, than rushing it. So that's my point on that, Jiro. Because you mentioned that you think the pros and cons of major decision, but it's hard to quantify a score if there's no specific instances and there's no basis on the decision that you made, and learning the learnings that you get after the decision.
Oo nga po, I want to add like to that na malalaman mo lang pag tama yung ginawa mo, pag ginawa mo na pag nakita mo na yung consequences.
And a small decision, maybe small impact, but a cumulative small impact based on your series of decisions will eventually impact your life, your way of thinking, your trajectory, your trajectory right now, where you are and where you hope to be. Those serious decisions, if not well thought of, baka ma-veer away kayo doon sa gusto niyong puntahan.
Alright, noted for that. So I'm gonna move on na to the align. Wait. Rally key players and bridge differences. Actually, in hindsight, I should have rated myself lower here because I'm pretty individualistic. Like, if kaya kong tapusin yung isang project mag-isa, gagawin ko mag-isa. And I think that's a weakness talaga of mine. Kasi I don't think na there's gonna be like an instance na hindi mo kakailanganin talaga ng tulong ng ibang tao. And if like hindi ka communicative.
Are you referring to like a thesis work or a project?
In general lang po, sir, talaga. Like, if I'm given, like, say, they want this feature done, or like, they want this thesis, they want this part done, ganyan. I'll always try to do it by myself. Kasi, I don't know, like, mas komportable lang po talaga ako pag ako lang mag-isa gumagawa. I don't have to like consult other people. I don't have to like settle differences. Pero, yun nga, ang downside nun is, kapag mali ako, walang magdo-double check sa akin. So, ayun.
Okay, just so that you are in the proper frame or in a proper mindset. When this exercise is supposedly about you as a leader. If you always think that you can do it just by yourself, and to get things done faster, easier, and the way you want it, may ibang career track yan, tawag dyan individual contributor. But the individual contributor, more often than not, doesn't rise up to the top. If you envision yourself to be like a captain of the industry, a leader of your organization, somebody in a position to influence, then you gotta think about your people that will help you achieve what you wanted to do, or what you set your mind into, the goals, the objectives, your big, audacious, hairy, audacious goals in mind. So, di ba, ikaw sa person, ano ba ang gusto mo talaga mangyari? Remember the first time last week when we had the discussion, what is your idea of success? What do you want? Can you do it all alone? Can you do it all by yourself? If you can do it, why not? Go ahead. But more often than not, you need people to help you. You need people so that they can propel you to become successful. And for you to have that support, that buy-in from people, you need to be a leader. You need to influence them as well. And as a leader, your job is to align your highest audacious goal in mind to the people, so that they are all aligned with you. And if there are any differences, your job is to make sure that those differences eventually will be aligned to your bigger goals. So ang comment ko lang dun, Jiro, is that I want you to put yourself in a position that you are a leader, that you're leading a group of people, or a large organization, or you can think of as high as possible, as high as goal as possible. More often than not, you need people to help you out, and you need to lead a group of people to do that. So ganun ang mindset. Right now, you're making a decision, you're making a view based on what you think you can do right now as an individual, not as a leader. But you need to think of yourself as a leader, a future leader.
Alright po, na-realize ko nga rin po yun na ang skill set ko is technical skills, and I really need to work on my leadership skills nga, communicating with other people, understanding what they want and how I can help them, how we can achieve like a certain goal together. Yeah, I really need to work on that.
Yes. Kasi
And
ang
then, sorry.
pitfall yung ano yan, parang weakness yan ng mga tech guys eh. If you're a tech guys, parang, I wanted to be good in what I'm doing with my own domain of expertise. But I realized, kasi ganyan din ako nung umpisa, I'm a computer engineer. I need to be good at, networking, software programming, communication and all that. But then again, I realized that I need to develop several level of capabilities. And I need to improve myself, not just a technical person, but as a business person, as a communicator, and as a leader. So all of that together with your technical capability will make you a dangerous person. So I mean is that you will potentially enhance your own capabilities and position yourself in a leadership role in the future.
Before I move on to the next part, add ko lang din sir na naalala ko lang, may experience po ako nung nakaraan na may inattendan akong event, and then maraming high profile na company, mga C-level executives po yata, and then like managerial positions, and then I was with like this group of people, right? Etong group of people na to, mga kaibigan ko na sila. And you know how like, if gusto mong i-expand yung horizons mo, you have to talk to other people, right? And then I remember being there, sinasabi ko sa mga, di ko kaya makipag-usap, kayo na lang, dito na lang ako. So ayun, I just wanted to like note that, I guess.
It happens. Ano talaga yan? When you get into that social setting, you get to meet a lot of different people. So this life skills, kailangan mo yan. Kailangan yung improve yan. Don't narrow your point of view because you said na technical guy ako. I'll just be good in what I'm doing and I'm good. The truth is, you need to incorporate your technical skills, capabilities, your core capabilities into a more holistic capabilities, so that you continue to grow as a person. And then you became well-rounded. And then you're more in the eyes of the people in the management or those current leaders, you are a trustworthy individual, someone that they can trust to lead the future of their company because you're more well-rounded. I think that's one thing na kailangan i-aspire ninyo. Don't just limit yourself because your current capabilities like this. Expand your horizon. Expand the way you think about yourself. Don't be shy na I can improve 10 times, tenfold of what I am today.
Mhm. I guess, ask ko na lang din po sir, like since I have like the chance, sa mga ganong events po ba, is it normal for someone to like just mag-join in na lang sa conversation ng iba?
Well, it depends, no? I mean, it's in a social setting. If it's maraming may mga tinatawag kasi tayong cocktail party or something. It's a networking event. It's common that you join a group of people talking, and then if you find a common interest, and that interest somehow is aligned to your interest, to what you're doing, then it's okay to just spruce up the conversation, join the conversation, and contribute, because that's how you get noticed. The idea is for you to get noticed. The idea is for people to somehow develop a certain perspective that you, as a representative of your company, that you are capable, that you are trustworthy, that you know what you're doing, and and then they will develop that sense that this guy from this company has value to me and to my company in what we're doing. And then that's where the relationship will grow. That's why it's called networking. That's why it's called, a social networking setting where there are like common interests are being discussed, and then opportunity is being discovered.
Mhm. Na ano ko lang po, na yeah, I saw like other people just butting into conversations of other people, and I'm like, I could never do that.
You can do it naman in a very polite way. You don't need to be like going there and it's soft skills na kailangan din yung matutunan. May mga soft skills like, properly introducing yourself and being in the conversation.
Mhm.
And the purpose is, just to mingle, just to have fun discussing, sharing ideas.
Mhm. Alright, sir, I'll take note of that, and then siguro po like sa next networking event that and then go, I'll try to like talk to some people. And
Yeah.
then
That's why importante to na nabe-baseline ninyo yung capability nyo para, these are good opportunity for you to develop certain skills, and especially kasi importante especially if you're climbing the corporate ladder, it's relationship based. It's how people perceive you to be.
Alright. I'll move na to the learn part, experiment 2ID. I rated myself here 5 kasi actually I wanted to like discuss this with you, sir. Objectively good trait po ba yung failing fast to learn fast? Kasi ako po, I believe in like doing it once and doing it right. So like, you don't waste energy. Kumbaga pag ginawa mo, gawin mo na ng tama para hindi mo na kailangan ulitin. So actually, medyo conflicted po ako dun sa sinabi niyo last time na fail fast to learn fast. So could you elaborate on that po?
Okay, that's a very good observation, Jiro. Kasi the purpose of us doing this business, if you're going to launch business, it's not to fail. It is not to fail, but to learn as soon as possible. Because in any given business venture, you don't always get it 100% correct the first time. There are so many moving parts that may or may not affect the performance or the achievement of the desired results. So the meaning of fail fast, learn fast is if you do not hesitate to go to the market and test your product. Do not hesitate to go out there, make that decision, and see if it will hit the desired result. Based, of course, that's why That's why I said in the beginning, this is not, do not use this discipline without the others. You need to understand how to anticipate. You need to understand how to, interpret the data and then align it with all the stakeholders. And then you make that decision and then you learn. I'm not saying that just go do it and whatever, bahala na. Hindi ganon. You need to inculcate this discipline before you go into that decision. If the decision will tell you, go to market today so that by tomorrow, you know already the responses of the customer so you can iterate your product. You can continue to improve your product. You can continue to make your product better suited to the demands of your target customer. Because you'll never know what your customer wants unless you go to the market and let them try it in live environment. So those thinking process is what I'm trying to tell here. Do not use this learn like fail fast, learn fast without inculcating the previous discipline. Is that was I able to
Yep. I think I understand naman po. It kind of like plays into like yung agile na
Yes.
software development.
That agile framework or that agile methodology is somewhat similar here, except that this in here kasi maraming iba yung may mga discipline kang kailangang i-observe. So it's not exactly the software development life cycle agile methodology thing. The concept may be the same, but the process how to get into decision making and getting into that learning phase is different.
All right.
Yeah, good question by the way, Jiro. Thank you for that, and I hope that all of the other attendees here is able to capture that, because that's something that is important to understanding these disciplines.
All right. Thank you po, sir. And yeah, I guess na-present ko na lahat ng bullets, and yeah, that ends my presentation.
Thank you, Jiro.
All right, thank you rin
so
po.
much. Ayan. Thank you so much, Jiro. No? Sabi nga nila, hindi ka magiging leader kung wala kang hinahawakang grupo ng tao, di ba? So nakakatuwa dahil na-share mo sa amin yung ganong attitude mo. Kaya andito tayo ngayon sa bootcamp para ma-develop natin ang ating leadership skills. One of which is how to handle people like a leader and not a boss. Syempre, with the help of our good speakers to like Sir Mon. Again, thank you. And thank you also, Jiro, for sharing your output. Thank you so much. Tawag naman tayo ng babae. Let me call on Zaira Kamama to be our third presenter. Hello, Zaira. Good afternoon.
Hello po. Good
Ayan.
afternoon
Hi,
po.
Zaira.
Share ko lang po yung screen ko. Nakikita na po ba yung screen ko?
Yes, na.
Okay. Good afternoon po, everyone. For context po, I'm Zara Kamama. I am a food technology student, BS Food Technology student. And the person I asked is my friend since senior high school. And kaklase ko rin po siya and nakasama ko po siya sa mga ibang mga research studies, and sa ibang non-government organization. So, ayun po. Mag-start na po ako.
Yeah, go
Sa
ahead.
anticipate po, I graded myself 6.6 with an average of 6, and she graded me 7 and 6.5. Kasi I graded my 6 po kasi in our field or in our industry, it is important to see the market regularly, to know the new products or new trends na pwedeng i-develop pa, especially yung mga bago or mga gusto ng tao na bago sa paningin nila, if how will they handle it or how will they accept it. Ganun po. And sa challenge naman, my average is 6 and 6.5. Ever since high school, people choose me to be their leader. Hindi ko rin po alam kung bakit. Pero feeling ko because I
Zaya, anong career preparation mo? Anong course again?
Food technology po.
Food technology.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead.
Pinalaki po kami independent ng family namin. So, siguro mas nabibigay ko attention ko sa school to manage people and to be a leader. And dun ko po nakuha yung learning na makinig sa mga tao bago mag-decide. And na each and every one POV is important, na hindi lang ako porket ako yung leader. Kasi others have that tendency na parang kapag leader ka dapat ikaw lang yung lagi nasusunod, gano'n. In my case naman po, lagi ko pong pinapakinggan yung POV ng iba. Kasi ayoko po na ako lang yung decision ko lang yung masusunod, then eventually magfe-fail. Gano'n po. And sa interpret naman, my average is 6. And sa average po ng binigay ng friend ko is 7. Siguro po, ang example ko rito recently is sa connect the dots dito po sa working hypothesis before jumping into conclusion. Siguro, sa amin po kasing program, meron po kasi kaming, pag po kasi magde-develop po kami ng food, meron po kaming sensory evaluation na tinatawag, na kung saan titignan po muna namin yung ratings ng mga tao or ng target market namin, bago po kami mag-interpret ng conclusion or ng data. Kaya ko po ginrade yung sarili ko na 6. And sa decision naman po, I graded myself with an average of 5.5 and my friend 6.75. Risky po akong tao, but at the same time, matagal ako mag-decide. Kaya kahit sabihin ko na kaya kong gumawa ng tough decision, matagal ako gumawa ng decision na halos kung tutuusin malapit na deadline, ganun po. However, I know naman po yung long term and short term na kung anong klaseng decision yung gagawin ko. Siguro recently, the tough decision I made before the SEM started, nag-decide po ako if I will take a overload subjects or not. If mag-overload ako, makaka-apekto siya sa aking personal na magiging tight yung schedule ko. It might affect my mental health. However, if magte-take ako ng overload subject, makaka-graduate ako on time. Kasi po, we have bridging courses po kasi nung first years Kaya 5 years po yung program ko. And ayun po, I took the decision of taking overload subjects for me to graduate on time this coming semester.
And that helps you to, prepare yourself for graduation this year.
Hopefully po, sir.
Sigurado na ba?
May thesis pa po and the OJT.
Okay.
And sa align naman po na discipline, my average is 6 and 7. Since sa amin po ay kailangan po na makipag-communicate sa mga tao and kailangan open-minded ka when talking to people, especially when explaining what kind of product yung itetest nila or yung i-sensory evaluation nila. Ganun po. May mga times po kasi na parang people hindi po nila agad ina-accept yung product if magpapa-sensor evaluation kami. meron po silang mga questions, ganun po, or bakit, ano ba yung ipapasensor evaluation niyo sa amin, may toxic ba yan, or pwede ba siya sa tao, ganun po. And I think with that, ay mas nakayanan ko po on how to deal with people, na kung paano po mas makipag-socialize and communicate ng mas maayos and to explain well. And sa learnings naman po is 5.5 and 6.5.
Okay. So it seems, it looks like Zaira, no, that you scored yourself quite well in terms of, the ratings. You showed that based on your assessment and the chosen peer assessment, you are ready to, take on the leadership, strategic leadership challenge today. Siguro question lang, Zaira, in yung last week natin na discussion, what specific subject or topic that that resonates well with you, and why? Hello?
Siguro po, wait lang pa.
Yeah, go ahead, we can hear you.
Siguro po mas nag-resonate po sa akin yung first part, dun po sa success and self-esteem. Kasi since nakikipag-communicate nga po ako lagi sa mga tao, hindi naman po porket gano'n, mataas na po yung self-esteem ko, gano'n po. Kasi there are times na I look down on myself, gano'n, na parang there are times na masyadong hindi ko, parang dina-down ko po yung sarili ko. May gano'n po kasi akong tendency, na recently nung nakausap ko po yung friend ko, parang mas sinabi niya sa akin na bakit ngayon ko lang daw po nare-realize yung gano'n na tingin ko sa sarili ko, which is before pa may gano'n na po akong tendency na dapat mas i-boost ko pa yung sarili ko and hindi ko pahirapan yung sarili ko.
And with that, Zaira, do you think you can create some sort of plan of action to correct that or to address that weakness?
I think naman po little by little, one step at a time, kaya ko naman po siyang ma-develop. Especially siguro pagpasok ko po ng OJT, where I will meet new mentors and mas
Yes.
magiging delve na po ako sa industry namin.
That's good, Zaira. No, knowing what you think is a weakness on your end. If you look down unnecessarily of yourself and that somehow affects your self-esteem, at least you know na that's a problem. Siguro kailangan mo lang is to pinpoint bakit mo ba nararamdaman ng ganoon? Bakit kailangan mo at anong trigger? Bakit mo nararamdaman, or why do you constantly or regularly look down on yourself when in fact you're naman a capable leader, di ba? So I guess you just need to better understand that so that you know how to fix it, and it's a constant reminder to yourself that you are better than what you think you are. Diba? So that's a good thing, Zaira. Just continue, that self-assessment, where you are today, what are your weaknesses, and where can you bridge the gap? This discipline of the thing that you this template that you filled up. I want you to take a look hard on this template, the answers that you made here. And if you can be very specific on the critical incident. If you can cite critical incident for each of the discipline here, so that you can grade yourself in a more accurate manner. Do it. It is for yourself, for your understanding. We are not here to impress anybody. We are here to baseline ourselves so that we know what our strengths are that we can take advantage of, and at the same time understand what are the things that we should continue building, continue developing, acknowledging that this is a gap, this is a weakness. Because if you don't acknowledge weakness, then we're all good. No room for improvement, right? But
Yes
that's
po.
not always the case. I'm telling you that we just want, our purpose here is to have a better understanding of ourselves. These are just guide questions. Think of critical incidents that is related here, and then tell yourself, in all honesty, where you are in this particular discipline. Okay?
Yes. Apo, thank you po.
Mabel, how many more do we ano?
Thank you so much,
I think we're running out
Oo
of
nga
time.
po eh. As
Sorry,
much as
my fault, guys. Because I tend to talk too much because I wanted to tell you a lot. I want to share a lot. I wanted you to understand better why we're doing this, not just because we're doing this for the sake of going to the boot camp. I want you to take advantage of this learning. Learn as much as you can. Understand. This is real life. That's why it's called leadership in the real world.
Correct. Thank you. Thank you so much, Syra. I know for sure you will walk on the stage wearing your toga in your target year of graduation.
Yes,
Anak.
congratulations. Looking forward
Ayan,
to that,
so,
Syra.
sir, can we still accommodate one or okay na po
Yeah,
tayo?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, sige. Okay, so as much as we want to hear presentations of your output, no, but then again, since limited ang oras natin, I will call our last presenter. May I call Miss Pauline Jordan. Hi, Pauline. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon po, ma'am. Good afternoon po, Sir Mon.
Hi, Pauline. Best if you turn on your video para we can see you.
Yeah.
You have a very nice profile picture, so show yourself.
Wait lang po, sir.
Okay. Got that.
Anak, naka-mute ka na.
Ayan po. Good afternoon po ulit, ma'am and Sir Mon. So, ito po yung aking self-rating activity sheet na binigay niyo po sa amin last Monday. And ang nag-rate po sa akin ay yung research associate po namin. Naka-work ko din po ngayon sa aming thesis since naka-pattern po kasing thesis po namin dun sa thesis nila last year. Alumni na po siya ngayon. So, kaya po, hiningi ko po yung mga insights niya since it's not that long since we've worked with each other, but I know na kahit papano sa simpleng or sa konting oras po na yun, may ano na po siya, na nakilala niya na po ako kahit papano. So, dito po sa anticipate, sa market uncertainty po, since nasa science field po ako, so parang ang pagkakaintindi ko po kasi dito, yung parang...
your career preparation is what again?
Nasa biology po ako, sir.
Biology. Wow.
Yes
Okay.
po. So, gumagawa po kami ng experiments po ngayon para po sa thesis namin. And dito po sa market uncertainty, sa anticipate, nakakapag-anticipate naman po ako ng mga magiging problema. Though hindi nga lang po ganun kataas yung pag-rate ko po sa sarili ko. Pero alam ko naman po sa sarili ko na nakapag-anticipate po ako ng mga problema, and feeling ko ganun din naman po siya based po sa rating niya sa akin. Feeling ko ganun din naman po yung pagkakaintindi niya po sa akin. Pero siguro she needs more time pa po in order to evaluate me more po. Pero nakakapag-anticipate po ako ng mga problema, nakakapag-prepare po ako, and katulad po na sinabi po niya, nakakapag-suggest po ako ng mga backup plans if ever po na hindi po namin marating yung target po namin goal for that experiment or for that day po.
Okay.
And dito naman po sa interpret, feeling ko naman po, masasabi ko naman po na may edge po ko dito sa interpretation since ayun nga po, nasa science field po ako, madalas po nag-research po kami and nag-interpret po ako ng mga data, ng mga fresh data na galing po sa mga journals and sa mga studies. So I think nagagamit ko naman po yung analytical thinking and intuition ko po. And dahil po nag-experiment din po ako, so madalas po, nagwo-work din po ako sa mga multiple hypotheses before po ako mag-jump sa conclusions. And madalas po yung curiosity ko po and pagiging open-minded ko, dinadaan ko na lang po sa pakikipag-communicate po sa kanila na kung ano ba yung mga pwedeng gawin or ganito ganyan, ano ba yung mga pwede nating i-adjust or yung mga solutions na pwede po nating gawin. Hindi po ako basta-basta nag-jump agad sa conclusions. Gusto ko po may different point of views din po and naka-back up po ng mga evidences.
Actually, just wanted to comment on that. No,
Apo.
I think Pauline is in a advantageous position because if you notice, guys, decision making, interpretation of data, these are basic scientific process. If you notice, this is a scientific process, di ba? Identifying the problem is number one in the scientific process of determining, di ba, yung sa experiments, identifying the problem.
Yes
and
po,
interpreting
systematic.
The systematic way of doing things. It's basically the same. So I guess si Pauline may trained na sila sa ganoon because sa biology, that's what they do. They do scientific processes. So they apply the scientific processes. So pareho lang din sa business yan. Mayroon siyang similarity. So yeah, Pauline, I agree with you that those traits that you've already learned in school, you can actually apply that in the business context.
Yes po, sir.
Sige. So go ahead, proceed, please.
Opo. Dito na po sa decision making, madalas po sa kapag mayroong mga group works, ganyan, and kahit ngayon po sa thesis, hindi naman po ako yung may final say, pero madalas, ako na rin po yung nagde-decision or nag-aambag po ako sa magiging decision po ng grupo kasi ayoko rin po talagang maging pabigat or maging parang walang kwenta lang na nakatambay lang sa kung anong desisyon ng iba. So, ayun po.
Not naman walang kwenta. It's more bystander than an active participant.
Ayun po. Ay, active participant pala. So, pero ayun po, nakakapag naman po ako ng mga complex decisions. Pero po dun kapag yung pabilisan na po, yung parang may time crunch or may pressure, medyo dun po ako hindi ganun parang hindi po ako dun ganun, hindi po yung strength ko na parang pag may pressure na makakapag-desisyon na agad. Kasi parang katulad din po kay Zaira, parang need ko rin po ng matagal na time or maraming time kapag magde-decision po ng mga bagay-bagay. Pero ayun po, yung sa mga long-term investment, kaya po matagal din po talaga akong mag-isip kasi iniisip ko rin po talaga kung long-term investment po ba to or kung ano po ba yung magiging magandang effect nito in the long run. Kasi ayoko rin po na talaga ng mga short-term solutions lang, yung parang patch-up ideas, parang band-aid lang po. Tapos uulitin na naman po namin sa simula. So parang nakakapagod din po siya. Tapos dito po sa align po, wala pong sinabi yung research associate po namin kasi feeling ko po parang hindi niya rin naintindihan. Pero sa pagkakaintindi ko po siguro, parang yung cultural differences po among team members, kung tama po, Sir Mon?
Yes.
Ayun po. Medyo mababa po yung binigay ko po sa sarili ko dito kasi hindi po ako ganun ka-confronting na tao. Though I give my opinions, my point of views po dun po sa certain na problem or dun sa certain na topic. Lalo na po kapag hiningi talaga. Pero hindi po ako ganun parang debate type of person or confronting. Kaya parang feeling ko hindi, parang yun po talaga yung weakness ko. So
Okay.
parang ako na lang din po nag-a-adjust sa iba.
Okay, Pauline, para sa to clarify further what we mean by align, the discipline to align. In the discipline to align, may dalawa tayong main topic. One is how do you get the buy-in or yung pagsang-ayon ng mga member mo towards the mission. And when we say align here, it's all about ano ba yung lifetime value na gusto nating ma-achieve? Ano ba yung goal ng company? Ano ba yung overall mission and vision ng company? Ano ba yung kagaya ng PUP? Kung gusto ng PUP maging premier polytechnic university in the country. So yun ang pinaka-vision. The rally key players is how do you now as a leader make sure that all your subordinates, all your other stakeholders, ang stakeholders mo dyan, yung mga empleyado, yung mga investor ng kumpanya, yung mga customer mo, mga partner ng company nyo, all of them are stakeholders. Then all of them, kailangan single voice na tama yung vision niya, tama ang gusto nating ma-achieve. We are on the right track. But how do we ensure that they are all going to follow? How do we ensure that they're going to buy into your idea and put all their effort to your idea? The second one is bridging the differences. Bridging the differences naman is paano kung iba ang agenda ni yung mga empleyado, ayoko naman yung vision ni boss. Hindi naman totoo yan. Or iba ang gusto ko. So how do you bridge those gaps between those stakeholders so that everything is harmonized? So yun yung ibig sabihin natin ng align. You as a leader, you align all these thought processes to everyone. Let them follow you by buying into to your grand vision. It's easier said than done, but that's important. So in a smaller scale, kung kayo ay nag-experiment and you're trying to achieve this based on time, based on quality of work, or based on budget, kailangan align yan sa mga team members mo. At kailangan alam nila na hindi kayo pwedeng gumastos ng malaki or hindi kayo pwedeng mag-exceed ng ganitong deadline, at kailangan ang quality ng project ninyo is based on kung ano yung define ninyo. So kung iba is, okay lang walang quality basta on time. Agree ka ba doon?
Hindi.
Iba naman is okay lang na hindi on time basta quality. So paano mo i-bridge ngayon yung gap ng mga team members mo? Kailangan, hindi guys. On quality, on time, and on budget dapat. So in a simpler term, you as a leader should be able to communicate that and make them understand that there's no compromise. That's just an example. So that's what alignment is all about.
Thank you po. Sige po, sir. Noted po. Thank you po. Sa last naman po, yun sa learn po. Dito po, feeling ko may edge din po ako katulad po dun sa parang sa challenges po kanina. Kasi kahit pa sa daily life ko, mahilig po ako mag-introspect. So kahit minuit task lang po siya, parang tinitingnan ko po palagi kung ano yung mga kailangan kong pwedeng baguhin or kung ano yung mga pwede kong i-adjust or pwede kong ano yung dagdag ko para po mas maging maganda yung result nung ginagawa ko. So, ayun po, feeling ko kaya po naging advantageous din po siya sa akin, lalo na po ngayon sa ginagawa po naming experiment kasi nakikipag-collaborate din po ako afterwards po ng experiment po namin every after or before the day ends po sa mga kagrupo ko po and sa research associate po namin para po malaman namin kung ano yung mga problema and paano po namin siya masosolusyonan. Ayun lang po.
All right. Pauline, thank you so much for sharing your output to the group.
Thank you po.
I'll have to turn it back to Mabel for the for the next portion of this today's boot camp. No?
Thank you po. Thank you, Pauline. Thank you, young executives, for the wonderful presentations of your output. I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate you all on your hard work and the excellent outputs that you produced for our module. Okay, module 2 of the bootcamp with sermon, of course. So isang pang mabigatang virtual clap naman dyan for everyone here in our Zoom meeting for a job well done. Patingin kung gising pa, aya. Lumabas sa screen ko, sabay-sabay, nagpalakpakan sila. Again, thank you so much and congratulations. Let us now proceed to the awarding of the certificate to our speaker. First is for our speaker. To award the certificate of participation, may I call on the Chief of Career Development and Placement Services, Associate Professor Jane S. Puma, to award the certificate of appreciation to our great speaker.
Okay, so good afternoon, sir. So let me read the certificate. This certificate of appreciation is hereby given to Ramon Hirang, CEO, M360 Incorporation, in grateful acknowledgement of his engagement and insightful academic contribution as resource speaker of the Prepi Bootcamp Developing Young Executives held on February 6 and 13, 2023 via Zoom and Facebook live stream, given this 13th day of February 2023 at the Polytechnic University of the Philippines, Santa Mesa, Manila. Signed, Engineer Florinda H. Oquindo, Director, Alumni Relation and Career Development Office. Tomas O. Testor, MPA, Vice President for Students Affairs and Services.
Thank you so much in behalf of, for M360 and to the PUP, to you guys, to your organization. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to share some of my insights, some of my knowledge to these budding leaders, future leaders of our country. I look forward to you guys, maybe 5 years, 10 years from now. I'm sure there's a lot, you'll do more than your predecessors. I can assure, I'm confident of that. You are better equipped. You are more in the technological world wherein you can accelerate your learning. And that's a good thing for you that you should take advantage of. Looking forward to that.
Thank you. Thank you so much. A virtual round of applause, everyone, for Sermon. Thank you so much. Naku, hindi natapos yung thank you ko, sir, for accommodating our request to be part of this noble activity of our university PUP. Okay, now let us proceed to the awarding of certificates to our outstanding young executives in Module 2. We know that everyone who attended the lecture and submitted their outputs exerted their best, and we acknowledge that, no? At lahat naman talagang magaganda ang ipinakita at talagang may effort. But then again, still, we need to identify among all the good participants sino yung best. So Sermon identified 3 students, ranks 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so let me start with our third identified outstanding young executive in Module 2. We have Bonita Lorraine O. So Miss Lorraine is a 4th-year student from Bachelor of Science in Industrial Engineering under Dr. Remedios G. Ado, the Dean of the College of Engineering. Congratulations, Lorraine. Are you here?
Yes po.
Hi, Lorraine.
Thank you po.
Anything, may gusto ka bang sabihin kay sir or everyone here?
Yes po. Sayang nga di ako dun sa habol dun sa sa pa-share ng output kasi very informative po yung ni sir sa mga tips niya. But anyways, thank you po Sir Ramon. Talagang may natutunan din po ako sa sinabi niyo, yung sa tips niyo po sa iba.
Thank you so much, Lorraine, and congratulations.
Nice to hear that, Lorraine. Happy for you.
Yes. So let's now proceed to our second rank as outstanding young executives in Module 2. Our second outstanding young executive is Manifor Richelmir, C. So si Miss Manifor is a 4th-year student taking up Bachelor of Elementary Education under the supervision of Dr. Mina L. Kumuyog, the Dean of the College. Any words you would like to share with us, Richelmir? Are you here, anak?
Hello po.
Hi, ayan.
Nang-audible po ba?
Alam ko ano ka
Wala
ngayon,
sir, hindi ko
nasa school
na-expect
ka
to.
ngayon, no? Ayan.
Opo.
May gusto kang sabihin?
Ah, thank you so much sir. So sa simula po sa part 1 ng discussion natin, ang dami ko na talaga natutunan. Especially talaga nag-resonate sa akin yung part 1 kasi feeling ko yun yung kailangan ko. Kasi sa part 2, hindi ko naman po sinasabi important siya kasi, hindi ko naman sinasabi, parang feeling ko mas naging important sa akin yung part 1 compared dun sa part 2. Kasi feeling ko hindi ako ganun kagaling maging leader, pero I'm trying to be a good leader. Kaya nga po sumasali ako sa mga ganitong opportunities. Kaya nga, alam mo po yun yung parang wala ka namang follower, paano ka magiging leader, parang ganun po. Pero thankful po ako na nagkaroon po ako ng opportunity na ganito. Tsaka hindi ko na-expect na isa ako sa mga outstanding na executive po. So thank you so much, sir.
Ayan. Sorry,
Thank you.
Rachel Meir. Natatawa si
Thank
Sir
you,
Mon.
John Rochelle. No, I fully understand why most of you, the part 1 of the talk resonates well with you because that's personal to you. It's all about you. And kaya nga sabi ko, I'm supposed to go straight ahead with the strategic leadership thing, but you're not there yet. You're just beginning your journey towards that. Once you're in there, like you're already working in a professional space, then it will become more relevant to you. But right now, the part 1, hopefully na-ingrain sa inyo lahat yung mga type of, yung how to become successful in your own way. Sana magamit ninyo and maging tool ninyo para, continue better, develop better for yourself. Looking forward to you guys na after 5 years, baka na kayo, leader in your own right na kayo.
Right. Again, congratulations, Rachel Meir. Okay, ingat dyan sa kung nasan ka man ngayon sa school. So now, for the student who got the first rank as an outstanding young executive in Module 2, any idea guys kung sino? Would you like to share yung name sa tingin nyo ang ating first sa ranking sa outstanding young executive for this module? Meron any wild guess? Ayan. Meron bang nanghula? Rain po. Yes, Rain po. Okay, our outstanding young executive, rank 1 is Arubio John Jomari R. So si John Jomari is a 4th-year student taking up Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering, again under Ma'am Ado as the Dean of the College. Congratulations, John Jomari. Umari bang engineering students natin, ha? Well, I know for sure babawi ang ating ibang participants next time. But then again, sabi ko nga kanina, lahat ng mga output ninyo ay magaganda. Okay? So, congratulations. May tamang panahon lang para sa iba para mahirang as outstanding young executive. Hi, John Jomari. Are you here? Is Jomari here? I think hindi yata nakapasok ngayon si John Jomari. But then again, ayan, based doon sa assessment ni Sir Mon, ay si John Jomari ang ating outstanding young executive for this module. Okay, again, congratulations everyone. Sir Mon, Ma'am Mina, thank you so much for all your hard work during the conduct of our second module in the boot camp. Everyone, please let us give them a virtual heart reaction for Sir Mon and Ma'am Mina from the M360. Heart reaction.
Thank you, Mabel.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
There, ang daming puso. Thank you.
Parting words siguro, no?
Yes.
I just wanted to again reiterate how important these disciplines are for you guys. Just, try to imbibe it for yourself. I want to see you, hopefully I want to see you become, a productive leader, future leaders of our country. Don't ever think that you cannot do it. You can do it. I did it somehow. I'm still struggling, but I'm continue trying to build on the gains that I have. And you are in a better position to surpass all these achievements of your predecessors. I'm looking forward to hearing your names in the future. sana magkita-kita tayo ulit. And in any case, you wanted to, continue some sort of, I don't know, I'm not saying I wanted to be a mentor or anything, but if you need to ask anything, any topic or anything that you would like to share with me in the future, please reach out. Mabel has my contact details, my number, and you can also follow me on LinkedIn, our M360 LinkedIn. Just keep in touch and let's continue this sort of learning process between you and us, being the older guys in of PUP. So I'm very honored and very happy to share all these things with you. Anything that I can help you succeed in life, I'm all for it. So good luck, guys.
Noted po yan, sir, no? Okay, that wraps up our Prepi Bootcamp, Developing Young Executives Module 2. I wish all of you the very best in your careers and future endeavors, and hope that the lessons you have learned from our Module 2 Bootcamp will shape you to become successful leaders in the future, gaya nga ng sabi ni Sir Mon. Okay. Pa-on ulit ako ng camera. Patingin ako ng mga mukha after naman ng recitation yung kaba natin. No, naku, baka marandom matawag ako. Okay, patingin si Lester no, na nabinyagan siya yung una
I think marami pang gustong mag-participate.
Actually, sir, yes.
Don't have time. I'm sure these guys, they're ready, and kaya lang wala tayong time na.
Yes.
But that's
Sayang
okay.
nga, nakakatuwa. Ayan. So, patingin ako. Ayan. So, as of now, meron tayong isang panel. Everyone, pa-click ako any reaction na makikita nyo sa bottom, ayan, sa bottom section ng ating Zoom. Any reaction, yan. Emoticon natin. There. So many heart reactions, clap reaction. Ayan. Okay. Everyone, picture tayo. 1, 2, 3. There. Thank you so much, and congratulations. I would like to end this module 2, yung ating recognition day, in singing the PUP hymn. Thank you po.
Have a good day, guys. Bye-bye.
Philippines.